Oh, you know when you see the brand new fit when it comes to the sneaker profiles, you know you're in for a brand new segment. And of course, that's just how Mr. Wonderful does it, right? Whenever I come and walk into the FC Sneaker Factory, always looking presentable, but always dropping meaningful content when it comes to my channel and when it comes to YouTube, because we all know Mr. Wonderful, he uses YouTube as his pedestal because when it comes to the sneaker genre, it is definitely my parade ground. And like I always say, I want to thank my true followers, my true subscribers, because you all know, and that includes the fellas, and those beautiful ladies that I call my cheerleaders. That includes each and every one of you. Y'all know when it comes to myself, I record 5 videos in one day and then disperse them out throughout the entire weeks or week, depending on what time they're falling on the calendar. But you know when you see it, Mr. Wonderful, in a brand new fit, therefore you know that I'm about to drop a brand new segment. And when it comes to this segment, I'm sure I'll probably get a good amount of views. I don't even know at this point when it comes to my views. Some shoes hit, some shoes don't. I mean, it just depends, I guess, on what people like. But fuck it. I don't give a fuck about what people like or what people want to see. I drop content based on what I want to drop. And when it comes to this specific segment, I decided to do some Nike Dunk SBs that are in my collection. Actually, 3 rainbow color or aka Sandy Boedecker boxes, and then 2 other SB boxes that I haven't dropped actually in any of my profiles, specifically on this colorway. A box, I should say. But these 3, when it comes to these remaining 3 Sandy Boedecker boxes, these are the last 3 that you'll ever see when it comes to my profiles, because I'm pretty much done. I've purchased the last one that I actually wanted. When it comes to the rainbow color box, I don't think I mean, from what I know for probably for a fact that there's nothing else. There's some that are like interesting that I would like to get, but I doubt that I'll ever get them because they're not really like those must-haves. But the ones that I do have in my collections, the ones that I have done profiles on, those are the ones that I really wanted, and these are the remaining 3 that I have not done any profiles on. So, of course, since I'm in the FC Sneaker Factory, I am gonna do a fit check. I mean, that's just how I do it. I'm recording this content early morning because it's summertime, and I do not like recording during the day because it gets just really hot. But of course, you see the beautiful sunlight shining through the FC Sneaker Factory window because I got you beautiful people in here, and of course, Mr. Wonderful is present and accounted for in the FC Sneaker Factory. So let's do a quick fit breakdown. I'm actually going to meet one of the beautiful ladies for breakfast in a little bit, so I wanted to drop these profiles really quick. So right here, light blue rag and bone denim. I love this denim. This is one of my favorite colors and shades of denim. You see that? Beautiful. The tag aqua racer, the chronograph, the blue dial to go with, of course, the denim. And I am wearing this nice, really light, it's kind of like a cream color, but it is a kefti, so great fit, relaxing fit, a good enough fit to wear currently right now because it's gonna get hot later, but in the morning it's still a little cool to wear some nice denim. And I'm not sure what pairs of shoes that I'm gonna wear, but we all know what's coming next, right? The ball has thrown from the pitcher, and let's go ahead and knock this another motherfucker out of the fucking park. So let's go ahead and go with it. See that the skincare is always on point. The hair, great job by one of my buddies. They actually had to cut my hair this week because one of my stylists, she got sick, so I had to get a haircut. So of course the hair's looking good, the skincare, the teeth, I mean everything's on point. I'm ready for my day, and I hope you are too. So the beautiful doors are open. Let me go ahead and open up this catalog. I mean, this catalog of shoes that I have created when it comes to my profiles. And we are on 341. So we're going closer and closer to the covenant 365. That would be every day of the year I have a shoe to wear. So we're getting pretty damn close to that. So just Can't wait to see the beautiful cheerleader. All right, so when it comes to this one, great shoe. Very happy to have this in the collection. Not very happy on what I paid because I paid the astronomical high when it comes to this one. I should have just waited because even now, after all these years, I still haven't wore this shoe. And this shoe got released, I mean, my God, for a good amount of time ago. But there you go. You got the rainbow colored box right here, the Sandy Boedecker box. So you know it's more of limited SB. You know it's a collaboration. Typically when you see with this box, this shoe was purchased on StockX. I actually unboxed this shoe on my 22 unboxing live that I did. Like that was my first live, my first time ever being on YouTube, like under my own channel. That was the first time, and yeah, I unboxed 22 shoes during that live. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one. See if I could get a good look on this one right here. Let's see, smooth it back in. It's gonna be hard. Should pick it up though. But what you see is the Nike SB Dunk Low Pro QS. You see Sport Red Black Varsity Maze, and then that price tag of $150. That's crazy. Crazy. All right, so wood grain tissue paper. Of course, we don't get that interior wood grain lining on the box, which you already know how I feel about that. I hate. Remember when StockX used to do that? And there's actually, I took one of the shoes out. Here's my StockX tag. I don't even want to look at the price that I paid. Purchased this though in 2021. But I will take a look at the other shoe because you see the thumbnail. You should know what's coming when it comes to this one. You should know exactly what's coming because it says it in the thumbnail. And also there's probably pictures within that thumbnail. Of course, I'm covering that thumbnail. But this one, I mean, I fell in love with this shoe. This is one of those shoes that I really wanted during this time. I should have just waited though in terms of purchasing it because I just purchased it way too damn high, and then eventually it literally fell, like plummeted in terms of the price. So I would have saved myself a ton of money if I would have just been patient and waited. And now I know to do that now. But at that current time, I was just I don't know. I was just following like what everybody else was doing at that time, is like trying to hurry up and purchase the shoe. But let's take a look at this one. Sneaker profiles 341 right here. We are looking at the Nike Dunk SB, Paul Rodriguez, or I should say what the Paul Rodriguez right here. So this is just a shoe just like what the Dunk, right? In case you don't know what that is, it was just a shoe that had, I want to say, 31 pieces of SBs in 2 shoes. And that's what you're seeing here, except this is 22 pieces of P-rods in 2 shoes. And I'll show you the other shoe because they're not identical. This is not one of those profiles where I'm just going to show you the left or the right shoe. No, you're going to get both of them on this one. So this, and then we'll take a look and we'll see what exactly is my favorite. I haven't seen this shoe in a long time. This is actually my first time bringing it out, probably since I did that live, to be honest with you. And this because this is actually the first profile, and this is the shoe that I haven't wore. I haven't looked at it in quite some time because whenever I think about this shoe, I think about the price tag that I paid, and I can't stand that. But this shoe was released back on May 24th of 2021, so a good amount of time ago. This would actually be a good time to wear this because I'm sure you're not really seeing too many people wear this now. I'm not sure if I'll wear it though, but let's take a look at the different materials. I mean, tons of different materials. Like I said, we're looking at 22 shoes, P-Rod shoes specifically. P-Rod's signature shoes in each pair, or not each pair, but in both pairs. So you're getting, I don't know, maybe 11 in per pair or per shoe in terms of the different signatures shoes going on in each one. Who knows? I don't know. I didn't look into it that much, but see a lot going on when it comes to this shoe. But look at that, the gorgeous outsole. Let's take a look at the outsole though. Obviously this is pulled from his Cinco de Mayo. I want to say the P-Rod one right here, but you see the red, you see the white right there, and then you see the green when it comes to the outsole. The midsole, all white. I love that, how you just kept it simple on that midsole. Absolutely gorgeous. Of course, you all know, huge fan of the elephant print, but you could see that great quality elephant print when it comes to this P rod. I love it. You see the toe box, you see a different type of material and pattern going on there. We'll take a look at that more when we go to the aerial view. But let's take a look at the side panel, that window, right? You see that nice white window. It is a fabric material going on that white window. The multicolored swoosh in that beautiful, like, glossy material. I love that, like a patent leather. But you see a pinkish fading into a purple, a blue, green, and then yellow. And then at the very tip, you see an orange. So that's a nice touch. Black right here when it comes to the shoelace. This little shoelace portion, it is a synthetic suede, all in black, but you see that different type of holes going on with that where the shoelaces are going. So that's a really nice touch there. This right here material is a little bit rougher type material, but it feels like more of like a rock type material though. You see the black and the gray going on, and that's leading towards the rear. Up top on the ankle collar, more of like a rock type material going on, but this is obviously a different tone when it comes to the color. This is that nice light gray, but you do have that black speckles going on leading towards the rear part of the shoe. So the rear, you see that beautiful synthetic suede going on this tab, the Nike in brown sewn in. You see that rock material continue going on to the rear. You see that the black rock material actually stopping, and then this new material picking up, and it is that white monogram leather material, but you do have the white midsole, the green outsole, the white stitching going on. We'll talk about the ankle, or the collar, or the inner part of the ankle collar in a little bit. But you see that gray and black rock material still transitioning from the lateral, the rear, and then now going into the medial side. Great touch with that. But you see now you got that nice white monogram leather going on with the P-Rod logoing. You see this mustard colored, kind of like a hairy synthetic suede though, but more of a rougher color, rougher type material. This black glossy material, kind of like I want to say like more like a snake type material on this window there. And then up top, you just a small little piece of this brown synthetic suede, or I'm sorry, brown like a wool type material going on. You see the lace holes going on there, and then you got that beautiful elephant print. I love how they kept the elephant print. That's just amazing to me. I'm a sucker for elephant print. White midsole, and then you got this all green outsole, and then transitioning into the red going towards the toe box. Let's take a look at the front part. Love the front part, just amazing. See that beautiful elephant hit. You see that also, that those red laces. Love that. Let's take a look at the outsole. Cinco de Mayo all day right there when it comes to the outsole. All green. Little portion of it the white, and then this little circle in the white, and then this whole entire toe portion in red. I love that. All right, so my favorite part. Let's take a look at the aerial view. I love the aerial view of this shoe though. Look at that. So you do got this crazy pattern going on. This black right here. Smooth, but then it transitioned into this more rougher light brown colored material. You got this nice little metal hit for the shoelaces. I love that though. And then right here, the white nylon tongue. And then right here, I love this hit though. Love the material though as well. More of like a rougher type leather. And it says Rodriguez Nike SB ingrained into that leather. Just a different type of like pattern that you would see, a tag that you would see when it comes to on a tongue. So I actually love that. Beautiful. I love this satin type. Definitely reminds me of like the Reese Forbes, right? The Hunter one. But I love that material. This normally should be probably thicker, but in this case it's not as thick. But you do got it's all in red when it comes to ankle collar. And then you have the nice insole, which is black, white. You got a nice design going on, and then you see the Nike, the swoosh, and the SB all in white. Like I said, StockX when it comes to this one. So love the shoe. I love the left shoe. Definitely a nice touch when it comes to a lot of different shoes being showcased in that one when it comes to the P-Rod line. Now let's take a look at this other shoe when it comes to the right pair. And then I'll let you know exactly what I feel is what's the best. But now that I'm looking at this one, I want to say the left is definitely my favorite, the one that I actually just did the review on right now. So this one, the right shoe, a lot going on in this one, just like this one, but I feel like this is just a little bit too much for me when it comes to the patterns and the colors. So definitely like the left when compared to the right, but let's take a look at this one right here. So right there, you can see that the Mexican blanket, we'll take a look at that, but that is the toe box, or the toe box of the shoe. Mudguard is all this black, smooth leather, this nice design though going on towards the front part of the toe box, but it is actually sewn in white, so that's a nice touch. Right here, different outsole, I should say outsole and midsole, completely different. You have more of this dark beige color, and then right here is more of a darker beige color when it comes to the outsole. And it's all one tone, so a little bit different when compared to the left shoe. You did have that Cinco de Mayo outsole going on, but this is more just a one tone type color. Right here, this is actually I love this beautiful suede right here, side panel in this window, and then you have these little sewn in circles, which is also a great touch. Black right here, this is more of like a kind of like a snake type material going on when it comes to this swoosh. And then you do have that nice yellow stitching going on when it comes to the swoosh. Just a little portion, I love that though, this elephant print. And then going into here, you do have a nice white smooth leather, but you do have that nice red outline going around that white smooth leather as well. This up top, you have this black, more like a wooden, or not a wooden, like a weaving material, but it is in black going around the ankle collar. And then this beautiful, I love the blue insole or ankle support. We'll talk about that when we get to the actual aerial view of the shoe. See that the white continuation when it comes to that smooth leather, but it stops. You still have that all brown, like a light brown outsole, midsole, and then you got that little bit like a kind of like, I would call this like a caramel color outsole. I wouldn't say, or you can even say gum bottom. I didn't really think about that, but you could even say that gum bottom. This woven material in black, still continuing from the lateral part, and now we're going towards the rear part of the shoe. This crazy right here, like a rainbow color. This is actually like a smooth leather. P-Rod or Paul Rodriguez all sewn in right there. And then let's take a look at this new pattern that we got going on when it comes to the medial side. More of like a tigered print when it comes to this material. Definitely it's all like lasered in when it comes to that portion. And that's continuing from the rear part and now going into the medial part. But I love that print though. Definitely a nice touch. It is lasered in, so that's cool. Black weave material still continuing from the lateral and the rear, and now we're going into the medial. Right here, the medial side, this is definitely different, but you do have this nice, like a reddish type leather. You do have the sewn in Nike, but there's no type of material going on. It's just a stitching of the Nike swoosh, and then you got this nice sewn in black swoosh right there. This right here, a nice smooth white leather, and then you got that continuation of this black smooth mudguard coming from the lateral part. Now we're going into the medial part of the shoe, and that continuation of that nice design, that sewn in white design going on the toe box. Moving on to the front part, so a lot different when it compares to the left shoe when it comes to the front part. Look at that crazy design. I love it though. Still looks good. Still looks good. But like I said, I have to go with the left shoe on this one as far as my favorite. Gum bottom, but right here, this small little piece, the Nike swoosh and the SB, that is in a nice light brown to match the midsole. So let's take a look at the aerial part. So a lot going on when it comes to the aerial part. Definitely a crazy shoe to be staring down at when it comes to this being on your foot. But you do got that Mexican blanket. I love that hit. You do have this nice metal port piece right here when it comes to the shoelaces. I'm going to try to get a nice capture of that. But it does have P-Rod's initial. You do have World Champion on there. SB. But basically that is taken from the Nike Dunk High P-Rod that he did with, it was based on like boxing and stuff like that. So that's basically taken from that specific shoe. You do have the nice yellow laces, the black nylon tongue. You do have that white tag, and then you have the Paul Rodriguez. You have the 6 right there. It's basically pulling from that tag when on that specific signature shoe right there. Insole, I definitely love the insole. It's all in that nice blue, thick material. Not as thick as what we normally would see, but it does kind of give like that satin look. Have all these shoelaces going on. But I probably would just keep them the way they are. The yellow laces, I wouldn't switch into the neon color or the red ones. But if you look at the insole, a lime green insole, the P-Rod logo in black, and then it says by Nike SB in black as well. But I love the insole. Definitely a cool insole with that lime green color. But I have both in hand. Which one is your favorite? Is this a shoe that you were a big fan of? Or is this a shoe that was an easy pass for you? And then also let me know if you made the same mistake that I did. By purchasing the shoe for too damn high, when then you saw the market absolutely just crumble on this one. For whatever reason, it went downhill in a blaze of glory. So I paid way over than I should have paid. I would have saved myself a ton of money if I would have just been patient and bought it later on. Even a year later, I would have saved a ton of money. But it was one of those shoes I thought I had to have, and I still haven't even worn it to this day. So now I made it a priority just to sit and relax and don't hurry up and buy shoes, because one, I don't wear them right away. I typically take a year to wear any of my new shoes that I get, especially if they're new. I definitely will wait a year to wear them, because by then the hype has died down. You don't see them in the street very often, and when you do, they're beat to shit. But when I bring mine out, of course, they're going to get all the looks because they're brand new, and it's just going to be a sight to see. That's my thought process when it comes to wearing any of my shoes. But even by then, they're probably out of style sometimes. But fuck it, I don't care. Like, I don't do this to impress people. I just do this for myself. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Hopefully you enjoyed that profile. Yes, I have that one, so I finally did my profile on. The book is shut on that one. That is Sneaker Profile 341. I appreciate each and every single one of you for coming on into the FC Sneaker Factory. As always, thank you, all the beautiful ladies, all my cheerleaders. I'm going to see one of them in a little bit. The fellas, I appreciate each and every one of you for stopping by. Don't worry, I'll be back in a couple days. We'll be doing it all over again. In the meantime, tomorrow, I'll be dropping a short on this one when it comes to YouTube. So hopefully you're able to watch it and support that. Thank you so much. And in case you're just, I don't know what's going on with you as far as your brain goes, but you see that little black icon, it says subscribe. Well, guess what? That shit doesn't hit itself. I depend on you people to hit it for me. I depend on you to promote my channel, and thank you very much for that. And just like how the beautiful ladies tell me, and I know by the end of today, this beautiful lady is going to tell me this as well. She's going to say, Floyd, Mr. Wonderful, you are too damn